This is my #1 leftover masterpiece, and it's #1 because it's perfect for breakfast, lunch and dinner, hell, even snacking if you're up for it. I love this dish because it takes the bits and pieces you always end up with after cooking and transforms them into a top-shelf delicious food orgy. Okay, I'll stop selling it and start prepping. If you've seen any of my other videos and you decided to come back for more, then I assume that you are finding some value in them. If that's the case, please bless me with your kindness by subscribing to the channel, as it helps me grow and become better. In return, I promise to bring you higher value content each time. Thank you very much. Let's talk ingredients, and this is a twofold stage. On one hand, I'm using veggies that I froze from last year's harvest. That means 500 grams of red peppers, 500 grams of fresh zucchinis, a bit of cooking oil, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. You can use freshly bought veg, I just have them in my freezer, so that's what I'm using. The second batch of ingredients are leftovers from other dishes, like 500 grams of chicken meat from the stock video, 500 grams of rice from the perfect rice video, and a couple of crepes from the video where I show you how to make them. Understand that all the recipes I share with you are dishes that me and my family eat on a weekly basis on a rotation. I don't do fancy stuff because I rarely eat fancy. What I do eat is wholesome, delicious, homemade traditional dishes passed to me from my mom, my grandma and my mother-in-law, so that's what you get, like it or not. As for the tools, you only need a large pan, large enough to fit all of the ingredients above mentioned. A large pot will work as well. Okay, let's dive into the prep stage. Heat the pan on high heat and pour 50 ml of cooking oil into it. Once at temperature, put the peppers, zucchini, salt and garlic powder into it and cook until they reduce to half of their original volume. When this is done, add the rice in, and if it's day-old rice like mine, try to unclump it gently without smashing it too much. We want to be able to identify each ingredient in the final dish and not end up with a jumbled, mushy mess. After this, add the leftover chicken stock meat and mix it with the rest of the ingredients. It may sound weird, but this ingredient is always present in my freezer. I make a stock batch every 2 weeks and there's always a big amount of meat left over. Check the video out if you're interested in the best bird stock that you ever tried. This meat is especially great because it's a mix of chicken, duck and turkey. Again, watch the stock video and you'll understand why. Anyway, cover the pan with a lid and reduce the heat to low. After about 10 minutes, take the lid off, and if all the ingredients are properly mixed, try it and check if it needs more salt. Season to your taste and take the pan off the heat. Mine was just right. I suggest you let it rest and cool off for a couple of minutes and then use it to stuff your crepes. That's not a metaphor, because that's exactly what we'll do next. If you don't have crepes handy, check this video here and in no time you'll have the best and quick crepes ever. This dish can be eaten now, hot, for whatever meal of the day you find yourself in. You can fill it and roll it in whatever way you prefer. My method is just the way I like it, not the rule. Cylinders, burritos, triangles, whatever you want, you do. Still, if you're gonna have it later, you can reheat it by just stuffing a crepe and cooking it like that in the pan for about 2 minutes on each side. The result is amazing, no matter the time of the day, and you're welcome. If you liked this video and you found it useful, then let me know in the comments and share it with others. Thank you very much for your time and for subscribing, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.